The Speakeasy we know down here opened up sometime in the 1920s, and it ran through the 1930s. Now, the Speakeasy was also mob's headquarters and, of course, a burlesque house, or some people call it a cat house.
I'm going to try it one more time, okay?
What was that?
And then we asked, are you a doctor? And the response was a nurse.
Can you tell us if this was used for medical purposes? Just a simple yes or no.
Can you go ahead and repeat yourself?
They're leaving. They're not coming down.
Within York, Pennsylvania, are two underground locations whose history is shrouded in mystery, while their paranormal activity is as unclear as its history. One of the locations is an old speakeasy that was created during the Prohibition era, a time that sent the nation's nightlife into anonymous underground facilities. The second location is an apartment complex that is believed to have served as a doctor's office and morgue, while York's first hospital was still under construction in the early 20th century. To discuss more about the Speakeasy and the former medical facility is Laura Sheary.
Well, we know the building itself was built back in the early 1900s. The Speakeasy we know down here opened up sometime in the 1920s, and it ran through the 1930s. Now, the Speakeasy was also mob's headquarters and, of course, a burlesque house, or some people call it a cat house. So there's a lot of history actually down here. There was, because this is part of the underground York City, all the basements run together. So when the liquor would come in, it would come in through one of the side portals through the basement and come through here. Same thing with the mobs. If you look around, you'll see some alcoves that are blocked up now, but they were open back then, and the mob would hide things and run their activities through here. So but that's the history part of this down here. But since then, we've picked up a lot of other spirits down here too that we're just trying to figure out who they are. So, except for Jerry. Jerry was a resident that lived here for 38 years, and he was the only he was kind of the overseer of the building. So he was the only resident that was allowed to have a storage cage, and he would store his belongings down here. But tragically, one night he was killed in an accident, but we know for a fact that Jerry is still one of the ghosts that haunts down here. The Old Morgue, a lot of people don't realize this, but the Civil War actually came through here, and about 2 blocks away is a place called Penn Park. Now, Penn Park, it looks like a park now, but back then they used it as a field hospital. And we know that 16,000 wounded soldiers were treated there. A lot of them obviously were killed. So after the Civil War was over, some of the people in the town, now this was a small town back then, but this was also the very first capital of the United States, but that's another whole story. So this town was pretty little back then, but it had a nice size amount of residents. So they decided they were going to build a hospital. So while they're building the hospital, they had to use a temporary place. So the old doctor's office / morgue was actually the temporary building that they used the hospital for. It's also an underground location, and we believe it was actually served as the morgue. So it's pretty creepy over there. So we do know that there's a residual spirit over there. There's a light switch, and if you turn that light switch on, a lot of times he'll turn the light switch off. A lot of people have captured him just kind of like walking by holding a light in his hand. So we believe he's some type of orderly that just kind of appears. It's kind of creepy. But we think that's a residual spirit.
All right, I'm Brian. I'm here with some friends. We understand this space was used as a speakeasy. We'd like to come in contact with anybody who knows a little bit about how the space was used during the 20s and early 30s. What was that? Anybody familiar with the speakeasy that was here? Is that a yes?
Sounds like the same voice.
Can we get a name? Can you tell us your name? So my understanding is that a space like this was hidden from the bulls. The bulls referred to law enforcement at the time. Anybody know anything about the bulls? Trust no one? Not sure. Anybody know about the women of the night that used to work here?
Let's walk down a little bit.
Yeah. So we're walking towards the back. Is this where folks came in?
Deliver us about.
Something about deliver us?
Walk into this room right here. Just walk through this doorway.
Is that a child?
What? Okay.
Is that a child that was just speaking to us? Is Jerry here?
Sounds certain.
Sounds certain? Sounds certain? Yeah, we do sound certain. Do we have any misinformation? Something attack. Are we wrong? Are we wrong?
Are they constantly interrupting you?
Yeah.
Why do you keep interrupting Brian?
It's fun.
Do you think it's fun to interrupt Brian?
To Athens.
I couldn't make that out. Is there a Jerry that we could speak to?
Got 2 motion sensors on the floor. All you have to do is come up and touch them a little bit, just like that. Someone had done it earlier. No one was in here. If you can please turn them on, it shows that you're actually really here with us.
Foundation.
Are we too close to them? You want us to back up?
Yo. Can you touch those 2 lights on the floor for us? I don't want to. You want to go ahead and touch those 2 lights on the floor?
Does it say no?
Maybe. Could have been
Probably.
Are there too many people in the cage?
Oh,
Too many.
I heard too many. Did you hear that?
You want one of us to leave? Say leave if you want one of us to leave.
I'll have to say it again.
You want two of us to leave? Say leave if you want two of us to leave. You want three of us to leave? Say leave if you want three of us to leave. Who is that? I heard a woman's voice. What's your name? Were you a dancer here? Were you a burlesque dancer on this stage?
Started.
Sign. There's a lot of women talking. Did you all work here? Quiz? I am asking a lot of questions. I apologize. I mean no harm. We're just here for some information.
So this is just a thought. The mobs back during Prohibition, their two sources of income were alcohol and prostitution.
Yeah.
Do you think that the women got into prostitution voluntarily, or do you think they were kind of forced into it, like pay off debt or what have you?
I don't know.
So maybe
Yeah.
if us continue to ask, did you work here or not? They're not
Did you
really
enjoy
sick, so
it?
you're not
Yeah.
proud of it.
Yeah.
They could be ashamed of it, maybe. Don't know.
So did you work here voluntarily? Did you dance here voluntarily? Were you treated well? Did you feel threatened?
Can you tell us how many of you are here with us right now?
50? It's a stretch, but I heard 50.
Are they even here with us?
Are you up by the stage with us right now? Can you come up here and talk to us? Or are you playing?
Buy something.
I want to.
I want to. That was a clear I want to.
Real quick, would you say the responses are a little bit more direct since we've been on the stage?
I feel like it, yeah.
Seems like it. 'Cause
Yeah.
back over at Jerry's cage, I didn't really understand what was going on.
Yeah, and they were interrupting me a lot too over there.
Okay.
So I just want to talk to the ladies right now who worked here. If you're a dancer or a lady of the night. Or maybe there were some flappers.
That takes with.
That tastes good.
Let's do this. Let's step down real quick.
Yeah.
And try and get them to appear on the stage through the SLS cam.
Okay. Okay, we would like for you to go up on the stage. Go up on the stage right now. And we're gonna face the stage, and you can give us a performance if you would like. Do you feel like dancing right now? Dancing? Yes. Has it been a while? Do you need some music? Would you like some music?
So a few moments ago, Brian was talking to what sounded like a female. We think she may have worked here. If she's still here with us, could she just come up and stand on the stage?
Does anybody want to join the lady on the stage? Any of the dancers?
Or no?
No. What happened to the young lady who claimed to be a flapper? Is she still here? Maybe she can show us how to dance.
Or you
What are you? What am I? Are you talking to me? Yes or no?
So say hi.
Just want to say hi. Hi.
When they said, "What are you?" Do
I know.
you think they're trying to figure out, like, are you here as a customer, law enforcement, what have you? Like, why are you asking?
Breathe just with.
You just say you're a guest. Just here to learn more about what went on down here.
Yeah.
Just say that.
I don't. It's an interesting question. I'm kind of. You gonna let me answer? He may be coming now.
Which I'm sure
Who's on stage with right now?
As you were walking up, it did get very cold, like right behind you.
Okay.
So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Over there. Is it? They're trying to map out that light fixture, maybe.
No. It's right above the chair.
When she went from that side to here and back, that's when it was back in her the whole way. As I came back, that stayed there. She's there, now this is...
Yeah.
Can you just walk back and forth on the stage real quick?
Hey, Jill?
Can you walk back over here?
Swarming.
Is that another?
Is that you dancing up there?
Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
What the heck are those?
Are you dancing?
That one's moving.
We can see you dancing up there. You want to come down off the chair?
Actually, can you reach forward? See that thing hanging from the cord? Can that come off or no?
Whoa.
Oh, that might be it.
That might be it, yeah. Was that duct tape? Yeah.
It is.
transcripting.
It looks like it's dancing.
If you move the camera, is it going to stay the same?
We'll find out.
Matt, can you move it a little bit to the left?
This?
Yeah. See if it remains consistent. So if it had stayed there, it would have definitely been something bouncing off the walls. The fact that it's not there and all you did was move it a little bit,
Unless it needs a second to calibrate.
Right here.
perhaps.
Right here.
Yeah.
Still picking her up.
Do you want me to walk?
Are you right here?
Try walking back and forth. Do it like 2 times. We'll tell you when to stop.
I want a treat. Oh. What kind of treat do you want? So are any tough guys here? Any wise guys that hung out here?
Water.
Sewer pipe probably right there. We want to talk to some tough guys. Any wise guys? No? Everybody got quiet on us. So to recap, so we're up on the stage and we were getting some really good responses from some female entities, and one young lady identified herself as a flapper.
Somebody was sitting on your shoulder.
A young woman who often frequented speakeasies. There's sort of like a liberal kind of renaissance around the time, and so it typically refers to a young woman who was free-spirited and would come and hang out and mingle with the gentlemen.
Okay.
And they often danced and whatnot. So, so she identified herself as a flapper, which wouldn't necessarily mean she would be up here on the stage dancing, but she would be somewhere in the speakeasy. mingling in the crowd. So we were up here just trying to see if we could, elicit more response, by asking some dancers to join us on the stage as well.
Okay.
So
I was told that there used to be like little office spaces and like
Okay.
hidden rooms
Okay.
for the mob when they were smuggling in alcohol or they had to hide
Okay.
from the law enforcement.
Yep.
I'm told a lot of them are sealed off, but right over here there's kind of like this door and it
Yeah.
goes into a little room. I don't know if that could have been one of those old office spaces we were told about.
You referring to this here?
No, but this is interesting.
That looks like at one point it was probably an entryway into the basement of the adjacent building,
Yeah.
which was not uncommon at the turn of the 1900s to construct buildings that way. But it came in handy during Prohibition.
Right here.
So right here.
I don't know when this was added on, so that's the thing. There's a lot of bed frames behind it.
It's not like new or modern construction from what I can tell. So the studs look old enough to be legit 2x4. So today, 2x4s aren't actually 2 inches by 4 inches. They're a little bit smaller, just from the milling that they have to do. It's not quite clear to me when that change happened. But once upon a time, 2x4s were legitimately 2 inches by 4 inches, and that's what these look like here. So to give viewers an idea of how old the wood is on this particular structure. Some newer plumbing, but yeah, a lot of this you can see like it's the old plaster overboard. I forget the term for that, but yeah. So this space isn't very contemporary. I'll tell you that. It's kind of weird that it's. You can also tell like it's a short door. I don't know. Maybe this was storage or something. But yeah, I could definitely see how that would be a good hiding spot.
$1.25 for a cheeseburger? Damn, that's cheap.
Yeah, when was that?
Why can't we get these prices?
During the 70s. So if you look here, see these 2x4s are more modern. These are traditionally what you would find today at Lowe's or Home Depot, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're a little bit smaller. They're rounded on the corners, whereas those studs were sharp. They have sharp corners.
Have you been back here before?
No.
Alright, so straight back there is a little children's room from what I'm told.
Okay.
It's gotten colder over here.
Yeah, it dropped a few degrees. Okay, maybe it's because these windows are here.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's probably single pane glass. There's no insulation, no insulating factors in those types of windows. So, is it clear why there's a children's area set up here? Do we know why?
Because they believe there's children's spirits here.
Okay, so they set this up for the children, the
Child spirits.
child spirits. Thank you.
I don't really know if it's for them to like interact with the toys. It could just be add to the ambiance.
Yeah, or trigger items, right?
And there is a back room over there, but there looks to be like a water system and all that, so modern equipment back there.
Yeah. Where's that stairwell go?
An apartment.
Okay.
That's the one that I thought was the store, so when I tried to open the door, I startled the owner.
Got you. Okay.
So yeah, and same with that door right there.
With the back.
What would children be doing in a speakeasy?
None.
Yeah, it's on there.
I didn't bring an extra battery. Forgot about that.
I brought an extra one.
Okay.
How much battery life do you have either way?
Oh, I have like 128 minutes.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. No, I mean, I should be fine. It's just. I love the roads here in Pennsylvania.
This part, Brian, reminds me of the Baltimore roads.
Yeah.
Just what is it called? Molted lava, whatever.
That bad, huh?
Gosh, Baltimore roads, you couldn't even call them roads, it was just...
I remember how it was when Julianne took me there last time. It was like, made no sense.
Don't tell me this is it.
This is it. Just park behind them. They're leaving. They're not coming down. Sounds like they're all just in that room over there. Like they were coming.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You said, oh my god.
You did.
Who just said that? What's your name?
You trapped here? Well, whoever it was left. Where'd you go?
You brought more? Can you tell me your name?
So did that voice say morgue or more? What did you guys hear?
Could be either way. What was that? That's good. That's over a fucking station. Did you die here? That Empire's so crazy.
Can you step away from that for a moment?
Look at that thing.
What do you see, Jason?
What's in the banging back there?
Yeah, I hear it too.
Are you making that banging?
Hello?
Are you asking for help?
Can you turn that REM pod off for us? Step away from it. Tired? Or higher? You want to make the green light come on the REM pod? You want to make it go higher? There you go. Whoop. Did you run out of energy?
High.
Was it highest? Eyes or high or highest? Highest? Alright, I'm gonna turn that thing off. We're gonna turn that off, okay? Yes, sir.
That thing could have been picking up the EM pump. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a class A thank you.
Can you tell us the name of who was touching the REM pod?
Lancaster.
Winchester or Winchester?
It's one, something like that.
Is your name Winchester? Did you watch yourself? Or something like that? Am I offending you in any way? Okay.
You guys know what that banging is?
What type of work was done down here?
What was the space used for?
Do they keep bodies in this space? Locations.
I heard patient, yeah.
Were you a doctor here? Nurse.
Nurse. Wow.
What is your name?
Were you a male nurse?
Is there any female nurses here? Women nurses?
Downstairs.
What's downstairs? The female nurse, the women nurses are down there? Female voice. Are you talking to me?
Coming from behind you?
Yeah.
Is there a female down here with us? Who are we hearing talking behind us? Can you tell us your name, please?
That's a girl.
Yeah, this was like a rec room. This is where me and Matt's are feeling weird. You don't feel anything?
Did I offend you?
guys know what that painting is?
What type of work was done
Just
down here?
there's like a party going on.
What was the space used for? Can you make that out?
Enemies. Say enemies? Yeah, that's what I heard. I thought it said enemies. Okay.
What kind of enemies did you have?
Where do you think the morgue was?
Either back there or back here.
Woodworking shop. Alright, just going back here. My name is Ryan. With me is my brother Remso. We brought some tools and equipment over here so we can come and see you and learn a little bit more about you. None of this stuff will hurt you. It would just allow us to both hear and see you. So if there is anyone directly across from me, can you go ahead and come stand in front of me so that you can make your presence known? Do you think that may have been part of it?
Potentially.
I doubt that.
We do too, because typically with an old school crematorium, we'd also need a potential smokestack or something.
I don't even think this is a fucking doctor's office.
Yeah, I don't know where they got that. There's no evidence. Yeah, because even if this was original piping, this whole area is just confusing as sin.
Let's go back here.
Okay. Ah, my head.
All the way back there?
Huh?
Have you gone all the way back there?
I actually haven't been in this room.
Like, look how clean that is. Obviously someone's been back here.
Oh yeah.
Is there anyone back here with us? Can you come over here and stand in front of us and make your presence known? I have a device here which will allow us to see you.
I mean, look, there's even freaking slushy cups back there.
Look over here, there's a brand new water bottle. There's always some people back here.
Yeah.
But this makes no sense. Anything?
Ton of stuff back there. I mean, we were being talked to by nurses. I mean, we asked what kind of people were down here, patients.
Yep.
And then we asked, are you a doctor? And the response was a nurse.
I gotta go over there. Because I'll be honest, I'm off this, but I don't think there's a doctor's office once.
It's literally intelligent responses over there. No joke.
Hello, my name is Ryan. Earlier, my brother Remso and I came back here. And, what's this?
Say something about space.
Can you go ahead and repeat yourself? I think we may have just interrupted each other. It was not my intention to interrupt you, so can you just go ahead and repeat yourself? So I'm told
I'm told.
They're interrupting you.
Alright, one at a time. Let me talk real quick. I'm told that this basement used to be a doctor's office. It sure as hell doesn't look like it. Can someone tell me what this was actually used for? If it was a doctor's office, can someone go ahead and confirm that to me? Are there any patients here? Doctors, nurses? People at front desk to process the patients?
I hate to say it, but that's what it sounded like.
There are here?
I think it thinks you're an
Do you think I'm an Well, admit I kind of sound like one because I'm wearing this respirator. I have to hold my breath and talk loud whenever I want to say something, but that's not my intention. I'm just trying to speak a little bit clearly so everyone can. I heard I'm hungry. My other friends here told me that they spoke with some patients and nurses on the other side of this basement. Said his name.
I also heard Renzo.
And I heard Jason.
Sup?
Do you know our names? If you do, can you go ahead and repeat our names? Can you say one of our names? Just say your.
I thought he said you already did.
No.
Is that a female nurse? Is that a female nurse? Are there any doctors here? Me. What is your name? What's the name of the doctor talking to us?
Is there someone here who's sad?
Need to go.
You need to go?
Did anything bad happen down here? We're hurting. Are you in pain right now? Are you in pain right now? How many people are hurting down here?
Go out there.
Go out where?
They don't really.
No, I heard someone talking back there.
You did? Mm-hmm. I keep looking back there. Like, I keep wanting to go back there.
Well, those are like right in my ear. I thought you whispered something to Jason.
No, when Dad said go out, that's why I started to say go out where.
So a couple of us heard someone whispering. Others have felt a cold draft come through. And down there, straight ahead, I see a piece of tape hanging from a pipe that keeps swinging. There's obviously someone or something down here who's very sad or possibly very angry. Well, what's that light illuminating on that thing back there? Is that like a camera or what have you? Oh, it's me. Alright. If there's someone back here, can you just go ahead and knock on something 3 times for us? Knock like this.
I think that was.
What was that?
Alright, I think I may have heard you. I think you're pretty much fine.
Yeah.
I think that was too coincidental.
Can you go ahead and knock 3 times like this, just so we know that you're here with us? hear that?
No.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
Like a,
Yeah. Is it your stomach?
it might be my stomach. You know.
Do you feel anything? All right, can you go ahead and just knock 3 times like this?
Do you see a little girl? You see
Yeah.
a child?
Well, isn't that someone
Yeah.
upstairs?
Is that
No.
somebody upstairs?
No.
That was not somebody upstairs.
Why would there be a child upstairs?
How
Her
can we hear a
apartment's
child
above
upstairs
us.
down here?
All right, before we go, can you just knock 3 times like this?
I don't think it wants to play that game.
Is that off?
I can turn it on. You want me to?
I want to find out who the child is.
Okay.
I tried the sensory deprivation method and the.
Candle, let's stay here with it.
Is there a child down here? Is there a child down here? Can she come talk to us? Can she come talk to us? I want to talk to the little girl. Why is there a little girl here?
Hello, help.
What's your name, Lily? Is that the girl's name? No.
What's the
I
little
wouldn't give
girl's
it a
name?
name yet. Ask us.
Can someone give me an answer? What is the name of the little girl?
I don't want him or I don't want her.
Man, I don't think there's a kid down here.
No.
What is your name? You like to talk a lot.
Here.
Hey, yep.
I thought Peter.
That's what I heard.
Is your name Peter?
Had a cough.
Real quick, you guys are gonna hit me first. Does anyone here believe in Jesus Christ?
I had a cough. People from the tuberculosis ward were treated here.
Oh. And since we got no negative response from the word Jesus, I think we're set. We're okay.
Okay, my name's Brian. I'm here with some friends. We'd really like to hear from you. So I have this little silver box in my hand, and all you need to do is just speak into it if you want to answer any of my questions. We're here to figure out how this space was used.
That's me stretching.
Can you tell us if this was used for medical purposes? Just a simple yes or no. Were there doctors and nurses here? Just a simple yes or no. Was this considered a morgue at one point? Yes or no? Were people, were bodies stored here after they passed away? Yes or no? Okay, we're going to try something different this time. I'm not going to ask you any questions. I'm just going to see if you'll respond to us physically. Again, I have this silver box in my right hand. You're more than welcome to talk into it. But we're going to play something we like to call the knocking game to see how much energy you might have. So I'm going to knock on the wall here 3 times. And I would like for you to replicate it. I want you to give it a try, okay? I'm going to try it one more time, okay? Would you like to make a different sound? Why don't you go ahead and make some different sound for us? And let us know you're here.
Okay. Right after the last couple knocks, I heard like a moan, and then someone talking really fast back over here.
Really? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Recording. Okay, we're going to try something different this time. I'm not going to ask you any questions. I'm just going to see if you'll respond to us physically. Again, I have this silver box in my right hand. You're more than welcome to talk into it. But we're going to play something we like to call the knocking game to see how much energy you might have. So I'm going to knock on the wall here 3 times, and I would like for you to replicate it. I want you to give it a try, okay? I'm going to try it one more time, okay? What was that? I mean, I could have been moving this in my hand. But would you like to make a different sound? Maybe it was tapping on it.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and make some different sound for us? It'll let us know you're here. Yeah. Is that like a door slamming in the back?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. I heard like murmuring.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't hear that.
But it could have been the water flushing in the background as you were recording. But I heard the tapping.
So, because I said you could, when I set it up, I said you could still speak into the box, right?
Uh-huh.
So I wonder if its attempt to replicate that was just to tap on this,
It's also a satellite.
right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it's possible I did it. It'll be on the camera, right? So I don't remember moving it or tapping on it with my fingers or anything. I'm gonna try it one more time, okay?
When it comes to the hauntings at the Old Speakeasy and Morgue, Argos Paranormal believes additional investigations will need to be conducted at both locations in order to further validate the history and hauntings. However, when it comes to the evidence and experiences both teams had documented, they do believe both locations are truly sites for discovering paranormal anomalies, even if their history is somewhat uncertain.